Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for tuning in with us here on this Thursday, March 21st, for another edition of Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Right now, try it before you buy it. That's the big deal. Head on over to mpw.org. You can check out all their services, choose them, try them before you buy them. How big of a deal is that? What a great service. So again, mpw.org. Again, I'm Jordan Davis. I'm joined in the studio this morning by Susan Freers and Judy Yates here to talk about the Domestic Violence Shelter's New Beginnings partnership with MCSA as well. So how are you two this morning?
Good morning.
Good. Thank you for having us.
Well, we're really excited, as always, to have you both in because this is a fun event to talk about. We're very excited for it. It's coming up. It's going to be here before we know it. Holy cow.
2 weeks from Saturday.
Yeah, when I looked at the schedule just the other day and I saw, they're coming back in. Didn't I just have them in last week? No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's just flying by. So we're getting closer and closer to the event. I'm super excited. Tell us some more about it. Let's talk about what's new. And you guys even brought in one of the bees that are for sale for it.
We did. The bumblebees are going fast, so they are limited edition. Isabel Bloom. So Karma, one of my coworkers, and myself will be at Hy-Vee tomorrow morning. Saturday morning, and selling them. And they will be available at the event. And it's a limited edition. You can buy the bumblebee now, but you cannot buy it with the purple, only from us. So when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. And they're signed on the bottom.
You're doing a great job modeling
Thank
there.
you.
Great hand model. So they're $25, and a portion of the proceeds goes to the New Beginnings event. So we're really excited about partnering with Isabel Bloom again.
Yeah,
and once again, Isabel Bloom, they've given us a large item for our auction, and it's Huggings, and it's all in purple. It's beautiful.
What does Huggings mean?
It's two little girls, and they have their arms wrapped around each other. Anybody that collects Isabel Blooms or knows anything about them, they have them in all different sizes. This is the large one. It weighs like 70 pounds, and the entire thing is done in purple. It's really a special piece this year, and it's one of a kind. You'll never, ever be able to get that one again.
On our live auction.
What an awesome thing for them to partner with you guys to do is create something. Because Isabel Bloom, widely popular, you see them, everybody's got one in their yard of some kind. I see the one, the little kid with the. I wish I knew what the name of it was. There's a little kid holding something. That's one that I see all the time, all over the place.
Yeah.
And they're great. And that's awesome that they're going to give you that one of a kind because that's going to be a big draw for that night. So
yeah, I'm going to be bidding on it.
You're going to be bidding on it?
I'm a little obsessed with Isabel Blooms. I've actually won the bid a couple of times for the one of a kind, but I have a feeling this one's going to go for a little bit more than what my budget's going to allow. So
gotcha. And that's both a good and bad thing.
It is.
Very good. Yeah,
It's a good thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. We're so excited for this event. And, you've got a lot of great vendors coming in, too, that are going to be, that are part of, providing, like, the baskets and stuff like that for the silent auction and then also items for the live auction.
Right. And then other things, too. For example, so we're having a wine pull again, and Toyota is sponsoring our wine pull. You mentioned the champagne welcome before we went on camera. So, you and Tony Tone will be handing out champagne as people arrive.
I can't wait.
That's sponsored by Muscatine Radiology.
Okay.
We have Let's Eat is sponsoring our desserts. That's amazing.
They're so good.
Menards has given us a bistro set, which will be part of the grid items.
Okay.
So the shelter staff is putting a lot of things with the bistro set. Yeah. So that's going to be an amazing thing to win. We have door prizes. Let's see. Was speaking of our sponsors. I mean, if you don't mind, I'm going to
go for it.
Our
Absolutely.
platinum sponsors. I mentioned Toyota and Isabel Bloom and Let's Eat already, but also Unity Point Trinity, Bayer. Bayer is sponsoring our photo booth. We're having a selfie booth this year.
Great.
So it'll be in the main
Something
lounge
fun
area.
and different.
So it'll be fun. You can go home with a picture of your group or whatever. And then Kent GPC sponsored. They're a platinum sponsor as well. And then our other sponsors, First National Bank, A.W. Welt, Ralph J. Whittick, Riley Freers Funeral Home, CBI Bank and Trust, Lee Agency, H&I, River Rehab, Martin and Whitaker, Bosch, and Retirement Resources. And we're still getting sponsorships coming in, so that's just the ones that I had earlier. So
Gotcha. Well, that's excellent.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see, I think businesses here see the value in what you guys are doing, and they do a lot. A lot of the businesses are very involved in the community, so
Yes.
it's really great to see so many showing up to help you guys
Yeah.
make this happen. Because it's all about bringing the community together, but it's also about being able to protect the domestic violence shelter, because it's such an important service that wouldn't be here without the support of the community.
Yeah, we have such a caring and giving community. We're so blessed and so grateful to everyone, whether it's just, something, helping buy a bumblebee, or the businesses that have donated items for us to put together in our baskets. The baskets are bigger and even better
they're
this year, and I don't know how
amazing.
that's possible when last year we had amazing baskets.
If they're
And our
bigger,
live auction items are amazing this year.
if they're bigger, where are you going to put them all? I was there last year. There was
We're not real
we
sure.
have 90 baskets, and we're shooting for around 80 this year, because we were running out of space last year. So we're putting more things in the baskets.
Gotcha.
So there'll be maybe 10 fewer baskets, but there'll be more things in.
consolidating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they'll be bigger and better, but yeah, just amazing things. We have Hawkeye tickets. We have Chicago Cubs tickets.
Wow.
We have
Now that hurts me when you say Chicago Cubs, not St. Louis Cardinals, but
or Twins.
I understand. I understand that. But
So I get it.
yeah, absolutely. So why don't we, real quick? Why don't you walk us through the night? Like, walk us through walking in the door, and then what we're going to see all through the night.
Okay. All right. Well, when you walk in the door, we'll greet you and tell you a little bit about the night, give you your bid number. We do all night long. We just use a number, and you pay at the end of the night. So there's no
Okay.
cash going on. The first thing you'll do is you'll get your champagne welcome from you and Tony. We'll be selling door prizes there at the entryway. And as you move on in, we have the grid item that you can get your square, pick out your square. You can take your selfie shot then, at the photo booth, or you can do that later on in the evening whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's going to be available all night. And we start at 5:30 and we go till 9. And then you'll go past the wine pull. And we have donated by our bar. We have a bottle of wine in that pull that's over $200 valued. We have
Wow.
2 more that are over $100 value. So it's going to be an amazing wine pull. We've improved on it. Last year was our first year, and so you learn the first year and move on, right? And then you'll walk in, and then the silent auction baskets will be all around. The food is amazing. The food will be open, all evening. But we really suggest that you get your food, somewhere between that 5:30, and we have a little program at 7. So during that hour and a half, get your food, be seated by 7 o'clock so that we can do our little program. And I'll let Judy talk about that in a minute. And then we'll close. We'll have 3 different closings of baskets. We actually put colored tablecloths down. With that many auction items, silent auction items, we don't want to close them all at once. So we close them a third, and a third, 20 minutes apart.
That's right.
And gives you time to, if you didn't get the basket on the first item,
Run over
on
there
the
and check
purple,
on
is
one.
go on to the yellow or the green and get what you want there. So, and then at the end of the night, we'll have our live auction and Fund a Need. We're going to do Fund a Need sponsorships again. If you want to buy, we have different categories, and it helps out by, maybe buying pillows or sheets or cleaning supplies or whatever they need to fund a need, whatever the shelter needs at that time.
And there will be examples on the table of,
yes.
if you donate $100, these are some of the things that it could possibly go for.
Gotcha.
Or if you want to donate $50, maybe you bid on a basket and you were outbid and you still want to, contribute some money. That it's a great way to still be able to give to the shelter. And there will be suggestions on what those funds will possibly go for.
And any amount is so welcome. I mean,
It
we're
is.
part of the budget now to keep the doors open, and so some people can afford to bid $1,000 on a Isabel Bloom, but
Let's hope.
but I mean, others, maybe it's $10 or $20, and you just want to, donate, and that's okay too. I mean, there's no amount too small.
That's right.
That everything helps, and so everybody's invited, and we're over half sold out. I really should throw
that's
that in.
awesome.
Yes, so
People need to get their
if
tickets.
you plan on coming, get your tickets.
How can we do that? How can folks get a hold of their tickets?
You can go online on the MCSA website. It's mcsaiowa.org, and just click on the link there. You can order your bumblebees online and pay for it there, and then just stop in MCSA and pick it up. Or you can go ahead and purchase your ticket. You don't actually get a ticket. It'll be your name will be in the list, and then when you come, there will be a packet there for you with your bid number and all that information. So yeah, like Susan said, they can only hold so many, and we're getting up there. So if you are interested in coming, we strongly suggest that you go online and get your ticket as soon as possible.
And we do have a 50-50 raffle, and you can get your 50-50 raffle tickets online too, or any committee member. I mean, I'm selling them. I have some along today.
I am too.
If you want to buy 50-50 raffle. But yeah, that I think we're getting close to $1,000 already in the kitty, and we've just begun selling. So we'll be selling this 2 weeks up until the event, and then the night of the event we'll sell. But so you don't have to be present to win. So you can buy your tickets online. Just make sure we have a good phone number or email to get a hold of you if you win. And we'll draw that night. At the end of the night, we'll be drawing the winner of the 50-50.
Awesome. That's excellent. I'm so excited for this event. Now, I went last year, and folks, I can tell you just how much fun it was. We were invited. You guys invited us. You were kind enough to extend that invitation. So me and Ashley Lovelace came down. We came. We were actually able. We sat. Who in the world did we sit with? I think we might have sat at the same table as. Oh gosh, I don't remember the person's name, and I shouldn't even brought it up because I knew I wasn't going to remember the name right. But we got to sit with some amazing folks, and we had a great conversation. It was just a fun night. It was a lot, and it was great to get to see all the different people. You know, you got up, you shared some stuff. We heard from some other folks. Tony Tone was there for the auction. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. It's just a really good night. It's great food. Lots to do, plenty of awesome items to bid on, and it's all there for a good cause. So
and the food, I mean, we have 2 different salads, the famous Geneva plantation salad, and we have like a strawberry summer salad, or spring, I should call it, salad. We have 2 carving stations, turkey and also pork. We have
shrimp cocktail,
and the mushrooms, and the mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese bar.
Your own mac and cheese.
With all the different toppings. Oh, it's really yummy. I know. It's so good. And then the Let's Eat desserts is just, it is just, I don't want people to think, oh, it's domestic violence. That's kind of a really serious topic. And, and it is, don't get me wrong. But the whole night is just an amazing, fun event. I mean, people are just laughing, and, we're going to have a signature drink that is sponsored by
Muscatine, our Community Credit Union, Members Community
Credit Union. And it's going to be a purple teeny.
Yes.
They're sponsoring that, so later on in the evening, community members will be going around
presenter, right?
and going around and passing that out to everyone to have a toast to, and it's just a really, really light, fun evening with a lot to do.
Yeah.
We have a short program because, we do want to get the message out, and we do have a speaker this year who experienced domestic violence. Her name is Allie, and she'll be doing but it's a 5-minute speech. It's not a 20-minute speech.
Right.
Our whole program
is quite
maybe,
short.
20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, probably 20. And it's a fun night. It's not all serious.
Right. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun when we went last year. I mean, it was crazy. I was not, for one, I'd never been to the Geneva Golf Club before. I'd never actually been in their building. It's a beautiful place. It's
beautiful.
Awesome, and it was a lot of space. There was plenty of room. That was one thing I was worried about. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to sit in between a bunch of folks, and we're gonna be crowded at the table. Wasn't the case at all. Yeah. It was plenty of space, open, just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They've been amazing. Brian Lee and all the Geneva staff they were just amazing to work with on this event. They help us move around tables and get our basket items all in, and
they're very supportive of our event.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here?
Get your tickets. They're going fast, and because of space, we can only fit. Last year it did sell out.
We maxed out last year, so we're hoping to do the same again this year. But we don't want to turn people away. But and get your blooms, because once they're gone, they're gone. They won't be made again. So
that's awesome.
And if they have any questions, they can call MCSA, and they can ask for me, Judy Yates. I can return their call and help answer any questions. And just to throw out there too, we are a domestic violence shelter. It is staffed 24 hours a day, but our crisis line does ring in there, and our crisis line is 563-263-8080. So if you're listening, or if you're out there, or if you work with someone or a family member of someone, or if you yourself are experiencing domestic violence, please call. There's somebody there 24 hours a day that you can if you just need to talk, if you want to have a safety plan to know if and when you're ready to leave, or if you're needing shelter, to please call us.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you
Thank
very much
you.
for having us on.
Susan Frears and Judy Yates joining us to talk about the Domestic Violence Shelter at MCSA's New Beginnings event coming up April 6th. It'll be 5:30 to 9:30 at the Geneva Golf and Country Club right here in Muscatine. Get your tickets now. Head on over to mcsaiowa.org. You can get your tickets there. $65 a person. It's going to be a great night. Absolutely get your tickets now so you can save a seat there for the event. So thanks for tuning in here. Moving forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. Right now, to try it before you buy it, that's a big deal. You can head on over, check out all their services on mpw.org, and then try them before you actually pay for them. How incredible is that? This has been Moving Forward here on the voiceofmuscatine.com.
You've been listening to Moving Forward on the Voice of Muscatine, KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1. Thanks to our sponsor, MPW Digital TV and MockLink Internet, the local providers at mpw.org. And remember, Moving Forward, each weekday at 8:15 to learn how Muscatine is on the move.
With the Big Ten